right. Hello, everyone. How's it going? I'm so excited to be doing this. This is my first live webinar ever. I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I hope we don't run into any technical difficulties because I'm on my own here. So we'll see how it goes. But I've put together a presentation for you all that I hope is beneficial. I hope that you can take something away today that will help you just make your life simpler. As moms, we are balancing a lot. We've got a lot on our plates. We're managing households, raising babies. It's no simple task. And so I would love to share with you what I have found to work for me within my household and with clients I've worked with. So let's jump into this presentation. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see. Make sure I'm in presentation mode. All right. Here we go. Now, today we are going to talk about getting more out of our days. Why is that important? Because I think we all need to reclaim our time, our space, and our energy. We give so much to these little humans we were raising within our homes, and little do we take, right? We're always giving. So this is to kind of help us get back into check. So I want to introduce myself. Some of you may already know me, but I'm Barbie Jo. I was named after both of my grandmothers, Barbara and Joy Lee. And my whole life growing up, they called me Barbara Jo. But for short, my family nickname was Barbie Jo. And so that just kind of stuck with me my whole life. I am a mom of 5. And yes, these are all of my children here in the picture. I am also a farmer's wife. I've been a professional organizer for several years, and I've been published in City Magazine. I'm also the host of the podcast, Don't Get Lost in the Laundry. Now, I had a lot of kids. I have a lot of kids. And I realized really early on that I had a lot to manage, and it was going to have to go deeper than just the surface level. I knew I was going to have to be organized with my kids' schedules, with my time, and with all of our stuff. So it's a lot to take on. So you want to be able to do it successfully, right? So I'm going to share with you what I've learned. Now you're here because we all have that same 24 hours in a day. But why is it that some can get way more done? I know it's frustrating, it's overwhelming, and sometimes even embarrassing. Now, you're concerned maybe that your plate's already too full, you've already tried several things, and nothing has made much of a difference. But the good news is, it is possible to make small and simple changes to your everyday routine to create a big outcome of productivity, organization, and better time management. I'm all about simplicity. So here's what you can expect. We are going to reclaim your time, your energy, and your space. Here's what you're going to learn: how to utilize that same 24 hours the best way possible, how to amp up your energy and get more out of each day, and learn to love your space and feel calm and comfortable when you walk through the doors of your home. Now, the overwhelmed to organized training is so you can get more out of your day with the energy to do it and become organized along the way. So we're going to go over time management to see exactly how you're spending your time so you can get through your to-do list We're going to touch on productivity with some simple daily tasks that you will be able to double your productivity throughout the day, so you aren't ready for bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which I have been guilty of. And we're going to touch on organization, of course, simple ways to become an organized person so you aren't constantly searching for things. All right, let's dive in. Time management magic. Now, I had five kids at home, and when they were little, I had to do a lot of the entertaining, right? It was on me to keep them entertained and happy throughout the day. And there were times that I was exhausted. I didn't want to do anything ever again, kind of a thing. I was just done. And I remember telling my sister, you know what? I'm just done today. I'm not going to mom today. I'm not doing a single thing. And she said, you know what you should try? You should try keeping your kitchen sink empty. She's like, nothing else, just focus on your kitchen sink. And I was like, all right, I could do that. Well, at the time, I didn't have a dishwasher. So keeping the kitchen sink empty was a little bit of a task, but I decided, okay, I'll do it. I'm not focusing on anything else throughout my house, but the one area, the kitchen sink. So I did. And anytime a dish landed in that sink, I washed it, put it away. And I kept that kitchen sink empty throughout the day. And by the end of the day, I realized my house was sparkling. My kids were happy. I had dinner on the table and cookies in the oven. What? How did that happen? It like blew my own mind. And that's when I realized, okay, there's something to this. And it domino affected throughout the remainder of my house. So I want you to realize time is like a budget, okay? We're going to use our time wisely, because once it runs out, it's gone. It's gone. Now, okay, back up a little bit. After I had my fifth baby, I decided to compete in a bodybuilding competition. I know, crazy. But I didn't want it to take away from my family and from what I already had going on that day. But I realized I had to get in like 2 hours of training and do like strenuous meal prep if I wanted to check off this bucket list item. So I had to be really good about managing my time. And I learned that once your time's gone, it's gone. So this is what I did. I applied this practice to my day of keeping a time journal. And it showed me exactly where I had extra time in my day. And so I want to challenge you to try this. Keep a log of how you're spending every hour of your day within a 24-hour period of time. And you can see how long it takes you to eat meals, how long you're sleeping, how long you're checking emails or scrolling social media or exercising, whatever it is. And it gives you a good idea of where your time is going. But once you've applied this practice, you'll also see where you can make adjustments, not only of where you're allowing your time to go, but how you can change it and shift it around. So that saved me. And I was able to 10 weeks later walk across a stage, and I won a 4th place medal in a bodybuilding competition after practicing this time management trick. Okay, I want you to meet Wendy. Wendy, she kept a time journal, and she realized that she was spending several hours a day scrolling social media. It would just suck her in, and she realized, whoa, she had a chunk of time in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, gone to scrolling. So she realized, okay, you know what? I'm going to block out a specific amount of time to allow myself to just scroll social media. And she says, I can't believe how much time it freed up in her day. And she was able to get through her to-do list because of that blocked out time set for scrolling. All right, moving on, productivity power. All right, productivity is learning how to get your energy up so you can get the most out of each day. So back to my kitchen sink story. That was one way where I really learned, wow, there is a power behind productivity. So simple changes to your existing routines can double your productivity. After I had the kitchen sink experience, I realized, what else is there? What else could I do that could amp up my productivity? So I played around with it for a bit and I did lots of research and found that there are 3 things you can do every day. Number 1, make your bed. Number 2, get dressed to the shoes. And number 3, keep the kitchen sink empty. Now, you don't have to do all 3 of them, but if you do at least one, it will boost your productivity in more ways than you could ever imagine. It blew my mind. Now, starting with making the bed, think about it. If you make your bed first thing in the morning, you've already checked something off your to-do list. You've already set yourself up for success. You've completed something, which is amazing. And then every time you walk past your bedroom and you see that made bed, it's kind of like, oh, that's so nice, right? There's a science to it. It does something to your psyche as well. Now, getting dressed to the shoes. There is also a magic about doing something with your shoes on. Now, my cousin said, well, I can sure get a lot done barefoot in my bedroom. And I said, I bet you can. I don't doubt that, but try with shoes on and see how much more you can get done. It's amazing what happens. And then, of course, keeping the kitchen sink empty. Now, you will be amazed at what you can accomplish throughout your day. I want you to meet Jen. Jen would wear flip-flops around the house. That was her go-to uniform. She had on her apron and her flip-flops. That's just, what she has, what she loved to wear every day. And she had a big house and she would get all of her chores done, no problem. But she realized when she swapped out the flip-flops for tennis shoes, she was able to get through her house in half the time. She said, wow, I can move a lot faster when I wear the proper shoes. And it's true. That is absolutely true. All right, let's move on. Organized ace is what I want you to become. So I want you to learn the quick win. So you can become organized or take your organization to the next level. Now, 10 minutes is all you need to make anything better. I remember Saturday mornings, we would have football games or basketball games or, whatever it was. And we were scrambling to find the proper uniform that child needed at that time because nothing was where it needed to be. And we thought we knew where it was, but it wasn't. And so we were all scrambling, like all hands on deck, whole family tearing the house apart, trying to find the blue uniform so we could make it to the game on time. And that's when I realized, whoa, we got to do something about this. We have got to simplify our lives. So that's when I decided our things needed either 1 or 2 places they could possibly live. And if they were not in those 1 to 2 places, then it was on me or my family for not implementing this 10-minute quick win. So this is what it is. You set a timer for 10 minutes and focus on one area or one surface. And you get through that surface. You go through it. You put things back into their homes and just clear off the surface. And you realize 10 minutes was all it took. Sometimes 5 minutes. Now you'll accomplish these quick wins throughout your house in no time. And it brings your organization to the next level because you're staying on top of it a little bit at a time. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time, right? Same thing with organizing your house. Now, when I drop off my kids' laundry baskets to their bedrooms, it's tears. It's meltdown galore. I don't know. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, right? Laundry is just the pits. It always has been. It always will be, unless you love laundry. But with my kids, I'll say, okay, 5 minutes. All you need is 5 minutes to set the timer. I'll be here with you. Once that timer's off, you can be done. And you know what? 100% of the time, they are done putting that laundry away within the 5 minutes. So don't overwhelm yourself. I want you to meet Christy. Christy spent 10 minutes focusing on an area of her home before she left for work every morning. And before she knew it, she had gotten through several areas of her home, and her house was organized. Like she had taken it to a new level of organization. And she says, everyone has 10 minutes. It just depends on how you choose to spend it. Okay, so quick overview of what we did today. We covered time management, do more with your day, productivity, have the energy to accomplish more, and organization, feel good about your home. Now, I want to know, what was the most useful thing that you learned today? I know we covered it really quick. We went through a lot, but these are my top tips that I have found to be useful and that have brought my life a lot of peace and harmony and have made me feel better about being a mom and my house. So I'm going to take a sip of water really quick, but I want you to type in a chat maybe what you thought was the most useful thing you learned today. Okay, awesome. I loved the kitchen sink idea. It's amazing. I don't know what it is about the kitchen sink, but I promise you it will do wonders. Wearing proper shoes and keeping the kitchen sink empty. Yes, yes. The 10-minute rule, break it down to small bits. 100%. Oh my gosh. It's all about bite-sized pieces because I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed. And motherhood is complicated, right? It's complicated. So why make it harder than it needs to be? Okay, so let's reclaim your energy and your time and your space. Okay, I'm sure you're ready. You're ready to stop struggling with low energy and not enough time and too much clutter, right? We hear these excuses all the time. And no one likes to be in there. Oh, I like this. Linda says, I'll try to keep a log. Just try it for 24 hours and you will be amazed at what you find, at what you discover. I would say 24 hours to 3 days, and you'll get a really good feel for how you spend your time on a typical day. So, okay, are you ready to have a calm home and a comfortable life? Are you ready to uncover your superpowers to successfully manage a home and family while working full-time? We're superpowered moms. If you Google the definition of a superpowered mom, that's what you'll find, that they can successfully manage a home, a family while working full-time. And that's what we're all about. So I've put together a coaching package. Can I tell you about it? I would love to share with you this solution that I have created for moms to take our motherhood and our organization to the next level. So is that cool if I share that with you? Okay, this is what I've put together. 12 weekly one-on-one coaching calls. It's usually about $2,400 for the 12 weeks. Access to my home blueprint, which is 7 video series with worksheets that go along with it, which is $297. And an invitation to my private Facebook group where I pop in there live weekly. And that's about $1,200 in value. You'll also be considered a founding member and locked in at an introductory rate for life. Now, this is what I want you to enjoy. More time for fun, calm and comfortable home, and connecting with your family, because that's what it's all about, having it all together. So superpowered moms, I've broken down into 5 basic steps. Step 1 is about mastering time management. Step 2 is discovering how to unlock your productivity power. Step 3 is becoming an organized ace on all levels. And step 4 is to uncover your superpowers, because we all have unique superpowers. And it's how we magnify those superpowers. And then step 5, we're going to identify our kryptonite. We all have that Achilles tendon. We all have that thing that holds us back, that just kind of crushes us under weight. We're going to identify it, we're going to conquer it and defeat it, so it's not a weakness. Now, superpowered moms is about streamlining your home to simplify busy family life. So step 1, master your time and stay on top of your day with weekly accountability and resources. So I want to tell you a story. My best friend has 10 kids. Yes, 10. And they're all hers. And she would say, yeah, come on over, let's have lunch. And so we'd be visiting, kids would be playing, and then she'd look at her watch and say, oh, I have 7 minutes before I need to go. And I would be like, wow, 7 minutes? And she said, well, yeah, it takes me 5 minutes to get to the school and 2 minutes to get in line for pickup. So she had everything calculated down to the minute. And she was able to really successfully manage a household of 10 kids with being on top of her time. So she taught me a lesson. She taught me how to be more accountable and budget time accordingly. That's what I want to teach you how to do. Now, step 2, gain more energy to be more productive throughout your day. Create habits, daily habits that will impact your productivity powers. So living in the country, we were about 3 hours away from the city. And we'd only take trips into the city maybe once a month. And I had to be very organized about keeping an inventory of what I had in my home, what my kids needed, what we might need for upcoming events. So when we did go to the States, I had everything mapped out, the errands I needed to run, the places I needed to go, the things I needed to get. And I learned how to most effectively do that. So I wasn't spinning my wheels and just grabbing things I thought we needed, because once we went back to the house, if you needed something, chances are you couldn't find it out in the middle of nowhere. So you would have to go without or improvise. And no one wants to do that. So it's all about being very productive and creating ways to get through your day efficiently. Now, step 3 is how to have an organized life so you can spend time where it matters most. By becoming an organized ace, it's all about the quick wins. It's all about the quick wins. I want you to come with me down the journey. I was moving for the 9th time, and I had 5 kids. We had 1 weekend to move. We had a small window of time between harvest and by the time we needed to get into our new house, contracts closing and everything. So I had a small window. I had 6 days notice to do this. Not only that weekend, we had to get out of the house. We had a funeral to attend out of state, and I was competing in another competition. So I had so much on my plate. And in the middle of all of this, I sat back and I realized, you know what? I'm not stressed out about this at all. And it's because I was organized with our stuff, with my time, with our schedule. And so I want to share with you how I did that and help you get to that same place. Okay, then step 4, what are your superpowers? Having an organized home that you don't need to make excuses for, to me, is a superpower. But we all have our own superpowers. And I don't want you to have to make excuses for the state of your home or your children. You need to be proud and confident of your abilities within the home. So we are going to identify your kryptonite so you can lead by example and teach these principles to your family members. So it's always a team effort, because once your kids understand the systems that are in place within your home, guess what? They go outside your home and they replicate it in their own homes. And that's what you want to create, generations of simplicity and peaceful homes. So I want you to meet Darlene really quick. She says, as someone who struggles with clutter and creating tidy habits, I have been so blessed by Barbie Joe's simple techniques for staying on top of things. Her step-by-step assignments are getting me out from underneath piles of things that were simply too overwhelming to deal with before. So let's talk. What's the investment? Now, hiring a done-for-you professional or service to come into your home and organize for you would cost about $3,000 depending on the project. Taking a course to learn how to do it yourself is around $2,000. And then hiring a therapist, if you don't ever take care of your clutter and chaos, would cost you close to $6,000 for about 3 months of therapy. Now, you could also find a housekeeper or a nanny, but that costs about $1,400 for a 3-month period of time. So all of this that I want to offer you has a value of close to $4,000, but I want to give you the Superpowered Mom coaching opportunity to work with me for one payment of $1,200 or 3 payments of $425. Now, this is one-on-one coaching with me, where you get 12 sessions. And I like to have those sessions spread out weekly, so you don't get too overwhelmed. And so I'm there for you as your accountability partner, coaching you and guiding you through what you need, your specific needs. Now, the last step, of course, you choose your payment plan, you check out, and then you're directed to, this is the welcome page. And that's where you book your first appointment with me, your first session with me. Now, during these sessions, we will dive deep into what you need, where you feel you're lacking within your home, within your family, and we will fix it. When you go into wanting to train to get better at something, what's the first thing we do? When I wanted to compete in bodybuilding, the first thing I did was find a coach to train me. When my kids wanted to up-level their basketball and football careers, they found coaches that could help take them there and train them. So why don't we think of motherhood in the same way, or organization, or managing our family life? Why not take it to the next level? Why not find a coach that can help us get there? This is becoming more commonplace now, which is amazing. I wish I had this back when I was a young mom. I would have loved to have someone coach me along the way. Now, sign up for Superpowered Moms Coaching. I will drop the link into chat, and we will have question and answer. Don't worry, I see your questions. We will get to those for sure. Okay. Now, I would love to have you all sign up to work with me. I would love to work with you. I would love to have an opportunity to help you work through your problems. Okay, let's see. Question here. Do the one-on-one sessions include you doing a live organizing with me? Yes. Yes, they do. That hour of time is you and me. If you want to work on a specific project or a room, absolutely, 100%, we will do it. And we can get a lot done because when you're in a session, I hold you accountable for that time. There are no distractions and we push through it. So great question. Great question. Okay, let's see. If anyone else has any questions, go ahead and drop them into chat. Let's get back to this. Okay, I want no questions left unanswered. I would love, love, love to be your coach in getting your home and your family life situated and under control. They are one-on-one sessions. You do get to schedule them at your leisure. So I suggest weekly. That's the best thing to do, is to do it on a weekly basis, because you're buying the package, right? You have those 12 sessions. I would like to see you use them within 12 weeks so you can maximize your efficiency and just to conquer a lot in a little bit of time. But they will not expire, and you get to, would you recommend the family participate in the sessions? Absolutely. Absolutely. We can have the family participate 100%. In fact, that brings me to my next announcement. I'm going to do another free workshop about kids and chores. So yes, I am all about having your family on board. And whether they're there with you in the session or not isn't important, but as long as you're implementing what you learn in the session with your family, maybe sit them down and have family council and say, hey guys, this is how it's going to go now. We have, or introduce that this is going to be our new spot for X, Y, and Z, and make it a team effort 100%. Yes. Great question. Great question. So I just want to thank you guys. That wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here for me and supporting me in this. And I love what I do. I really, truly do. I think being a mom is the best job in the world. And I would love to help other moms as well. I think tried and true is the best method. So I would love. I need the kids and chores workshop. We keep attempting chores and we fail. It's okay. That's totally normal. That's totally normal. Well, I'll keep you all posted when I do the next workshop. But thank you so much for being here with me today. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.